Hi Taurus, welcome into a general timeless reading for you. I hope you're doing well out there. I was feeling guided to hop on and utilize this bit of spare time I have to get this reading out to you. So you stumbled upon or felt guided to watch this reading for one if not multiple reasons. So let's jump into some spirit animal oracle cards to begin your reading and see what spirit wants to communicate to you. To begin, for my amazing Tauruses, for Taurus. Coming out to begin, we have the lion spirit, be generous of spirit. So I feel there's going to be moving forward a huge focus on your individual connection to spirit and their connection to you. Music is going to be essential for you. Limiting your time on social media may be of true importance as well. Now they're asking you to take the lead in your own life while finding new ways and continuing or re-implementing other ways to take the lead in your outer world by assisting other people for some, by, giving back is what I'm hearing. Becoming a master of a craft is now what I'm getting. And then therefore that could help the world in some way, shape, or form. But some of which may find that it's destined that you become a leader in regards to your work somehow, whether it's running a business, you could become an influencer or are one on social media. It could be in regards to you being an authority figure or somebody who is meant to more so be an example, if that makes sense. This did stem from the take the lead card coming out in the first attempts, but then disturbance came to be, so I had to restart. But we're also moving on to the starfish spirit, open to infinite possibility. As they did show me an image of myself, and I typically get these visions from my perspective, and it was basically me going like this. All right, some of which need to open up more so to love, to romance, the possibility of which, the new form of which, whether it's with somebody you already know or have met, or it definitely could be a new individual or new options. Okay, closing yourself off to that at this time is going to create blockage, I feel the need to say. But in all aspects of your life, your path, in every area of your world, you're going to find that spirit is pushing you to believe in the impossible as well as the possible, if that makes sense. Because there's been times moving, rewinding back, if you will, when you, if we're being honest with ourselves, have limited yourself and your path by thinking, okay, maybe I need to settle, right? This isn't possible, when I feel it actually is. Or you could even manifest that churning from impossible to the possible, to being a possibility for you. But they're asking you to reach past the limits and show off a bit. I sense that you're somebody who does retract into their shell, to their comfort zone, maybe your hermit mode, your solitude, a bit too much. And I can relate. With my intense spirituality and whatnot, I typically end up being a loner. It's not to say I don't like connecting with people. You may relate with me on this. It's not that I don't want new connections and the development of existing ones, but it's typically the easiest route. But they're saying sometimes the easiest route, the easiest choice, isn't always the right one. And you know this, but I sense you need a bit of a reminder in regards to that. The color red, we need you to feel more passionate about life again. And as I'm being drawn to a dark red truck and a lighter red car, right near each other, there are different types of passion. That deep, overly serious passion that you have within you, or maybe has been missing from your energy field recently, for some for a while. But then there's the lighter, more the brighter passion, the less overly serious passion. And sometimes, let's be honest, you can have a bit of both intertwined. And so we're needing to focus upon, at certain points moving forward, bringing that back into your world, maybe even in different forms. I wouldn't be surprised. I want one more before we move on to the tarot portion of your reading. We're bringing the magic back into your world. I feel you're going to be feeling the initiation of you doing that for yourself as well. I wouldn't be surprised if that's at least partially, if not fully, a spiritual initiation, okay, a push, if you will. Even a pullback from what has been dimming or removing, preventing magic from being in your life more so. You know, say you have that heavy toxic connection, toxic job. It could be an environment where you're living, maybe visiting too much, a habit or two that's not necessarily positive or healthy, or just isn't in general. And so that's some ways that I feel are potential for spirit to hold you back in that sense, or pull you back was the wording. You see clearly now, the owl spirit, a huge focus moving forward, and I wouldn't be surprised if this has partially been the case already, on you utilizing your spirituality selectively, but your intuition 1000% in order to see the way clearly. Because I do feel as if you're somebody at this point, whether you give yourself credit for this or not in the moment, you remember this or not in the moment, you see people clearly, even if it's after a bit, you know, of knowing them, developing that connection. You see the truth within an opportunity. Same goes even if you didn't right off the bat or for a bit. But there are certain scenarios, times when you meet somebody, you begin an opportunity or stumble upon the opportunity to invest in it, to commit to it, or something's presented to you, and you understand what that could bring in a positive sense and a negative sense to your world, as that stuttering was beyond purposeful. Because they're saying anything and anybody, people, places, situations within your world that make you nervous or create this sort of stuttering way of being, or holding back, or minimalizing or a reducing of your confidence, not for you. And if somebody needs to change or a situation needs to develop, then maybe there needs to be space between you and that situation for the time being, regardless of how long it is. But it may simply be something that's not going to change. So we got to make some adjustments in regards to that. But I also feel like you may be a source of clarity, inspiration for other people. I'm hearing creativity, lightness. Would not be surprised if you're a light worker like myself. But the number 7 is significant for you, and the number 3 and 11. And I also got the number 100 for you. So if you feel so guided, look up those numbers. But when you're feeling, I'm getting this randomly, when you feel a bit stiff, a bit uptight, maybe like your legs are tangled up like a pretzel, or you're maybe crossing your arms, or just, you know what I mean? We're needing to notice these moments of being a little bit uncomfortable, or maybe a bit guarded. And this may be in regards to who you were just talking to, what you're seeing clearly, what you're maybe not wanting to see affect you negatively. It may simply be a negative spiritual occurrence effect for you, or energy affecting you otherwise from whatever, because it's not just people that hold energy, let's remember. It could be the environment as a whole, or part of which. And so then from there, let's make adjustments, not just physically, that's a big part of it, but maybe you need to migrate towards somewhere new, stop talking to that person, avoid that obligation or accomplishment for the time being, and delay it for a sense of purpose when the circumstances in that moment or situation are better for whatever it ends up being. You know what I'm saying? But the Beaver card and the Otter Spirit, talking about lay a solid foundation and you are never alone. Now when it comes to, again, us beginning this reading with the Spirit card, they're saying you have some bold, courageous, and very intelligent, as well very intuitive guides and other spirits on your side, surrounding you, working at a distance for you. So therefore you're never alone. And I sense that, again, there's going to be more connecting being developed, pushed into your world. You're going to be pushed towards it as well. But I do sense that this is a time for you where, with the reminder of you being so connected, protected, guided, and never being alone in a sense, and just in general, lay a solid foundation. What is this going to look like for you? Because there's a feeling of things not, you can't allow for your paths to continue exactly the same. Again, there's certain adjustments and changes, some of which is habitual, that needs to take place, be utilized to your future's advantage, to your advantage. But getting this card with the Beaver Foundation message coming through, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a focus on laying a new foundation with an existing connection or two, if not more so in regards to a new potential suitor or just somebody to even for you to take care of, depending on which side of the situation you typically or want to lie within or on. But they're saying it's okay to desire and maybe even more so just randomly end up, but purposely end up in a connection, a romantic one is what I'm saying, where there's a balance between you guys taking care of each other. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be all one or the other, and it doesn't have to be 50-50, but you get the point. We haven't even spoken upon the tarot. 10, nearly 11 minutes in. Came out the way it's coming. It's coming out the way it's coming out. The Eight of Cups. There's a huge focus on taking yourself towards better, and living life more to the fullest, but also having the balance of spirituality and practicality, but the peace within your world that at times more ideally realistically stems from your alone time. And remembering that the connections that are meant for you will respect the fact that you do like your alone time. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean you don't want to spend time with them. But, there's something about a connection that you're going to have in the future where you both can kind of feel even the silence come to be, but the moments of being to yourself and even alone in the same room, the same environment with them. Now that's a connection. But the Eight of Cups, again, talking about you moving away from what hasn't served you, what will not serve you, towards happiness, doing what's right for Taurus. But the Two of Pentacles, because there's certain important choices you have moving forward that you have been already prepared for to an extent, if not fully, but you're going to find in the upcoming weeks, especially, there's preparation in regards to that, because then, not everything can be slept on or thought about, meditated on forever, or for a long period of time. There are going to be fleeting choices that you are having to be prepared for to make in certain moments. Say that job situation opportunity will be gone if you don't jump for it, or that relationship opportunity or something of the sort. Even a friend, I want to say, a living situation or a car. But you're a master at going through an efficient balancing act at this point, and that's more than ever going to come in handy moving forward, because I wouldn't be surprised if life starts to pick up and gets even busier for you, partially because it's your choice in certain ways, and also because it's just meant to be and very spiritually guided, destined. But I wouldn't as well be surprised if you're finding an increase in motivation, and this might have been a recent feeling as well for you, and this is going to create the wheel to turn more so in your favor as you put in the hard work more than ever once again, and you see the results. But don't be surprised when endings, little endings, maybe even medium-sized endings come to be, because life needs to change for the better for you. Things can't stay the same to the point where you're not seeing new results, better results, healthier results. Coming out from the Making Magic Oracle deck, perseverance. They're saying that your path is going to be evidence to yourself and to other people that perseverance pays off. Yeah, because I feel your path has not been easy, and that has developed a power in regards to you persevering and adapting, navigating, overcoming, and achieving, applying yourself to the point of more success, right? Different results. And so these are absolutely intertwined. Where you stand alone currently, it's purposeful, but there are going to be certain situations where you won't feel as much or fully like that in the future. It's coming through. The Festival card creates an energetic blueprint for a fantastic party or event, some of which may have one, if not multiple, events, parties to go to in the future. But I wouldn't be surprised if this is talking about a date of importance with somebody special that's meant to be in your life. But let's pull one or two more. To begin to wrap up this reading, Triple Moon, embracing all aspects of yourself, the divine and the earthly. Remember, when you need to reground yourself, you know how to do that at this point. Maybe get out into nature or a different part of nature. Fairy magic, respectfully work with the fairies and elements to achieve your goals. And they wanted to, for some, replace fairies with spirit, okay? But trusting your intuition all the meanwhile. Do remember, my friend, you are an earth sign, and that's going to feel very relevant in the upcoming weeks. As they're saying, love charm, you're attracting a lover, a soulmate, or life partner. Or at the very least, a new chapter of love and romance and connecting with somebody that you once knew or already have within your current reality. You're protected, my friend. And they're saying there's going to be a sense of energy increasing for you, and that brings you good luck and serendipity. You are protected. This has been an amazing reading. I truly hope it was helpful. I'm, of course, sending you a ton of love and light. I really look forward to your next read. Do take care.